Hello, welcome to Collection Connection. I'm Nate the Great.
Dave Tigerman Smith.
Everyone knows Dave and I, especially myself, probably more so, gigantic G.I. Joe fan. G.I. Joe is arguably, although I won't give into the arguments very often, the most successful toy line of the 80s.
Yes.
The other argument could be made for, Star Wars, Masters of the Universe, maybe some Turtles, but...
Transformers.
Transformers too, but they're technically action figures on the same level, probably.
Yeah.
They are, I guess. But prolific. I mean, the amount of figures,
yes,
play sets released, the span that the toys were released for. I mean, it was over 10 years. Whereas
so they're still kind of coming out
in the same line. Roll American Hero went from 82 into the mid 90s. I think 94. I'm probably wrong, and somebody will call me out on the comments. But just my favorite toy line by far. Everything that we have, all my love for anything collectibles, grows out of the seed that was planted for G.I. Joe in the 80s. So when Gentle Giant came out with the oversized the oversized version of the 82 original straight arm first few G.I. Joe figures, I had to get it. It's and the original one released was Rock and Roll here. And I have a carded Rock and Roll figure here for a frame of reference. We'll do some close-ups on those in a little bit. They were made by reverse engineering the original molds.
Yes.
And the attention to detail is awesome. The cards are a little bit different because it's not just floating loose in the bubble. The bubble behind it is fixed, so he's got the plastic behind him and a bubble on top, and he's not free floating like the original carded figure was. It does have a really awesome picture and artwork for the package, which was the original Hector Garrido artwork that really made the G.I. Joe figures stand out on the shelves.
They also took out the excess bubble right here for the helmet.
Yes, and they put all of the weapons in the main bubble. So, it's a great figure. You can still pick these up in the maybe $100 to $150 range. They released several other figures, and we might be doing reviews on some of those as well. I know they went with several other G.I. Joes. They've got Snake Eyes, Stalker. I think there's a Grunt out there as well.
Grunt, yes.
And they've also released several other figures.
Have they?
Not from the G.I. Joe line, though.
Oh, the Gentle Giant. They have the Secret Wars. They have Batman, the animated series. They have DC superheroes.
And not to mention the other arguable runner-up for the best toy line of the 80s is Star Wars.
Yes, they do have a wide selection of Star Wars ones.
Very wide selection of Star Wars. All the greatest hits in Star Wars. So if you get a chance, check them out. We'll do some close-ups for you guys right now. A great thing about these new Gentle Giant figures is that the protection that the figure comes in, it already comes with a case around it.
Yes.
So
the card's protected.
The card's protected. But, my complaint with the case around it would be that it looks like it's part of the bubble. The bubble is it itself. Whereas when you get these star cases for the vintage figures, it's almost a separate thing, and it keeps the figure inside. The Gentle Giant case is part of it. So if it does get damaged, if your bubble gets damaged here, your actual package is damaged. It does keep the card nice, but I wish it would have just
went over the bubble.
Went over the bubble, you know, for reasons like, you know, just things happen when you have figures, especially when they're this big. They take up a lot of shelf space, cumbersome. They can fall, they can get damaged. Living in California, we got earthquakes and such. Things can happen to them. Anything else, Dave?
I just think it's an amazing figure. Gentle Giant knocks it out of the park like always.
Definitely. Every detail is spot on with those. You can see they've got the crotch screws. I haven't taken it apart to examine whether or not it's held together with the traditional O-ring on the inside, like the original G.I. Joes had. But I'm not trying to open them up and find out. So we're just gonna have to maybe do some research, YouTube, or
find a loose one on eBay or something.
Find a loose one on eBay, possibly. You know, one of these would look pretty cool, just as statues.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe if I get an inkling, I might open up one of them. It's especially seeing how it looks like it's resealable. So maybe the point that I made of
the bubble
might be a moot point. We might be able to pull it out and play with it and put it back inside. Although it looks like he's got some wire wrappings around himself. So if you get a chance, check out Gentle Giant. Hopefully people buy more of these G.I. Joe figures, or we get to see some other ones. I would love to see like a Storm Shadow come out.
Yeah.
Or like an 82, or not 82, like a version 2 Snake Eyes with the wolf. A big wolf would be cool.
Cobra Trooper, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah, definitely. So there's a limited run on those right now. I'm not sure how they sold. G.I. Joe's struggling. War's not popular right now.
Yeah. Anything that has to do with war right now, it's...
You know, which is a shame for the toy line. I mean, we're not warmongers, but they were great toys, and growing up with them, it was a great experience. So if you get a chance, check out Gentle Giant. They have other toys as well. Hope you enjoy. For the Collection Connection, I'm Nate the Great.
Dave Tigerman Smith.
We'll see you guys soon.